It's so late, you guys. Car secured. Well, I don't know if they actually care so much about me and my job, but they do. I think I passed it. I passed my room.
I'm on a Dizzy flow. On records, I'm tapping the hook in my new car is Rubio. Damn. Richer than the richest. We
There's a
certified
couch.
getting it. CM, YM, cash money business. Higher than the ceiling. Fly like a bird. Hit the Gucci store and later get served. We out with no roof on it. The people passing, so we don't find it out. We keep the cash on the desk.
Relax. Yep, let's go. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Cindy in Cindy's Head TV, back with another video. So today I'm gonna tell you guys the story about my middle sister. She's a middle sister, so I guess she's the second oldest to me. Well, I'm the youngest. Okay, I have two older sisters, so I'm the youngest, and then it's the middle sister, and then the oldest. So today I'm gonna tell you the middle sister. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you why my middle sister does not talk to me. So I guess with that I'll start with I was struggling a lot. I still am struggling. So what I've been struggling for a long time with my mental health. And as far as like medications, tweaking my meds and changing, sometimes an antidepressant works better with another mood stabilizer and stuff. So I was going um, into the hospital like a couple times in a psych unit because I would go in for suicide watch. And usually that would be when my depression would attack me a lot and things like that. Um, and then, of course, I also have the drinking problem that I was struggling with at the same time. So, my this particular sister, she tends to she would go over to my house, or whenever I would hear from her, she would say that she also, has a daily battle too, and that she also sometimes thinks about drinking, but she doesn't. And then she just always, um, always just told me that, that I'm strong and I can do it. And I guess she didn't like that I was going in and out of the mental hospital. I would go to get help and speak with counselors and get my mind right and things like that. But um, her being in the medical field, I thought that she would be able to understand um, at least a little bit of what I was going through. Um, she literally told me with her own out of her own mouth. She told me that one time she said that whenever there's patients in the hospital, she would rather have the sick patient over the patient, a mental patient, that was there for mental issues. And it hurt us so much because she told me that the reason why that is that she would rather have a sick patient over that is because of me. Because I show her and everyone, I guess, that I don't care and this and that. But to me, it's not that I don't care. It is really hard to come out of that dark place when your depression and your anxiety just suddenly sneaks up on you. And then from there, you start having, like, from one negative thought to a different thought. and then your self-esteem goes down, and then it just seems like everybody is against you, and then I start feeling alone because I try to talk to the people around me about it, like my family, and then they don't understand. So then I start feeling even more alone and things like that. And I know that it was wrong, at the time. I would turn to alcohol, and then from there, just self medicate, and then then there's one particular time she was gonna help me. So I'm gonna go with why. Well, the last time when I spoke with her, that we actually like hung out, that she would come and say hi to me, to my mom's house. So she had came over. She was nice enough, and I appreciate everything she's done for me. She knew that I like to do arts and crafts, and I was making door wreaths. So she had bought like rows and rows of mesh and ribbon and all kinds of little nice decorative things that I can use to make wreaths. And then, because I wanted to sell them, to make money. And then she had told me that she wanted to help me, as far as like getting me the material and getting me the things I needed to make them, that way I can, to help me out. I appreciated it with all my heart. And then this one particular time she pulled up to my mom's house, and she told me that she wanted me to make her a wreath for Thanksgiving, and I did. And then she mentioned something about that. She goes, "Yeah, I went on Amazon and I ordered a whole bunch of stuff," or I think she went on online somewhere, and she had ordered a whole bunch of stuff, and that she had barely put the order in, and that it was gonna take a few days for it to get shipped. That it was gonna be a whole bunch of like mesh and ribbon and just things that I can use to make the wreaths. So I was really excited about that. And okay, so continuing the video, I had been resting and fell asleep. Okay, so after my sister had put the order in, then I guess in between those days, I also had started feeling bad, and I started isolating. I would lock myself in my closet. Well, not lock myself, like I would like curl up in a little ball, like in the darkest corner of my closet. And my closet has no door. Then my mom found out, like she saw that I was just there in the dark and I didn't want to come out. So she was like, "You need to go get help." And then I did. I went back to the hospital and stuff because I was like, I don't want to feel this way. And I just didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to be around anybody. So I ended up going to the hospital. I go get help, because I was thinking about my daughters, and I was like, I want to be mentally stable for my daughters. I don't want to be feeling this way, and so I went. Then when I was there, I think it was like the second or third day, I had called home because there's a certain time when you can call, because like first they have to clear you when you go in there for suicidal watch. First they have to make sure that if they need to medicate you, they have to sedate you or anything, they have to go through all of that, and then they have to ask you a series of questions. And when was the last time you hurt yourself, or have you ever tried to kill yourself, or like a whole bunch of stuff. And then by the time then they have to see where they're gonna house you while you're there, because they have, I think, like 2 different floors for mental health. So one floor, I heard it's worse than the other one. So they put me in the one that's not really that bad. People are more stabilized and not acting crazy and flipping off the walls. So anyway, going back to when I called home, I called my mom, and I was just like, "Oh, I'm doing better. I'm getting medications, and I'm just waiting to see the doctor. That way the doctor starts doing the treatment for me, treatment plan while I'm in there, so that it's pretty much like seeing a therapist, seeing a counselor, seeing a caseworker, doing several therapy sessions, which can be anywhere from yoga therapy to art therapy, music therapy, group therapy, individual therapy. They have so many different things there. And then, I'm over here trying to get my mind right. And then my mom just tells me, "Oh, your sister called and she wanted to know." She just called like to chat with her, right? And then she was like, she asked about you, if you were there, you were home, and I told her no. And then she kind of was like, "Oh, well, she's not home." And she, because she knew I didn't work at that time, I didn't. Now I'm working. But anyway, then my mom was like, "No, Cindy went back to the hospital, and where she went last time." And then, according to my mother, according to my mom said that my sister was like, "Oh, so she's in there again in the hospital. Okay, well, I'm gonna cancel the order, cancel everything, and this and that." And then she told her, "You tell Cindy that when she gets out, I don't want her messaging or contacting my daughters or trying to contact me. I don't want to know anything and this and that." That's what my mom told me. So then, I am over here getting help and trying to fight through my depression, my anxiety, my mental illness. And then as soon as, because I was there for like about a little over a week. After a whole week, then they successfully discharged me with, my medications, and then with a treatment plan, and stuff like that, and resources. So when I went home, I was like, well, then I can't call her, I can't talk to her, and nope. I can't contact my niece, the one I love so much. Since she was small, she grew up, with me. She was always in my room and always, always, always wanted to spend time with me. I used to do school for like 6 months. I went for fashion merchandising. I was doing sketches and designs for a clothing line. And she used to go and she wanted to draw like me. She wanted to be like me, like an artist. And I would do so many different arts and crafts, and she was always there. Like, since she was little, like, she always looked for me. Like, we were really close. We used to watch scary movies together. um, you know, my mom was the one who would babysit her and stuff. And she always, always would be like, my tia Cindy, where is she? And she always, always, always was in my room with me. And I was like, oh, like, I love her. I love all my nieces and nephews. But it really hurt me a lot because, I used to be able to message her and text her, and then I couldn't after that. Because I have to respect my sister's wishes. And ever since that time when that one time when I went to the hospital to get help, that's why, according to my mother, because she sent a message with her, according to my mother, like, that's why she doesn't talk to me. She doesn't come around and say hi to me. Like, she just doesn't want to know anything. Like, she just wants to stay away from me. And, yeah. I mean, I'm not mad about it. I mean, I try to put myself in her shoes, and I feel like maybe because she has so much going on at work, I know she must have, I don't know, long hours, like a stressful job, and then she has to take care of her house, her husband, her family. Like, she has her own life going on. So I do understand also why she would say something like that. It just hurts because, like, she totally shut me out, and the only information that she knows of me is based off of what my mom says. And then right now, just recently, when I'm filming this video, like a few days ago, like, my mother said something. I don't know what she said, but it really got her so upset. There's ways to find out things on the internet. Like, you put something on the internet, like, don't be surprised if somebody ends up finding it, because that's the internet, So yeah, it made me kind of like, I have no idea why my mother would say something to the point where she would get so upset. Well, to the point where my sister would get so upset. But you know, the next video I'm gonna go over, my 3 months that I was in jail and stuff, and I'll go into more details, and I'll say the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Who was there for me, who was not, what I went through, everything that I lived. I lived those 3 months, so I'll go over all of that. But for this video, that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you for watching, and hit the like button or subscribe if you haven't already. And all we have is our family, and I have faith in God. Like, only time will heal, and God knows. Whenever she wants to talk to me, I'm here. And in the meantime, I just have to respect her decision. So yeah. Bye.